I, like most of us, have tried my hand at gardening in the last few years. I've given it a few tries and none of them have really taken because, spoiler, I'm terrible at it. But I tried again this year and our garden actually was doing fairly well until this heat came. And I don't know how you feel about the heat, but I hate it. And I've really struggled with it because not only am I more irritable, but I feel like it kills everything in its wake. There's crayons melting in my car. And I noticed specifically with my garden that all of the fruit was falling off. And I got so frustrated by it. And I found the Lord reminding me of this idea that heat will only kill if we're not connected to the branch. And it reminded me of obviously one of Jesus' greatest hits in John 15 as he's talking to his disciples. And he says this in verse 5, "I am the vine, you are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. If you do not remain in me, you are like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up, thrown into the fire, and burned. If you remain in me, and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. This is to my Father's glory, that you bear much fruit, showing yourselves to be my disciples." See, heat can really do one of two things to us. If we're not connected to the vine, if we're not a branch connected to the vine, when the heat comes, the fruit falls and withers in the heat. But what I notice is that what happens when the heat comes and the fruit and the branch is well connected to the vine, it actually produces the sweetest fruit. Have you noticed that? That actually when a fruit is well connected and it weathers the hot heat, it actually comes out even sweeter and better than it would have been before. And I think there's something so beautiful and biblical in the way that God's designed even fruit and vegetables and the way that things grow to remind us that when it feels like even the heat is turned up in our life, it causes us to have to check how well we are connected to the vine. Because would we be even reminded today that we don't just bear fruit for the sake of bearing fruit, but it says that this is to my Father's glory, that you would bear much fruit, because the fruit is actually to please the gardener. And so I hope you be encouraged today that whatever life feels like, whether it feels like maybe the heat has been turned up high in your life circumstances, or whether it is to come, would this be a moment to remember, have I remained in the vine, knowing that it's the only place that gives me life?